Hi everyone, thanks so much for joining me. Stitching with Sue here. I'm here to do another mug rug video. Seems as though I get a lot of people that enjoy the mug rugs. And I'm starting this over for the second time. I feel a little nauseous this morning. I don't know why, but I just went down and took medication for it, but so hopefully it'll pass. So going through some of what I already own, I came across this, I'm going to tip you back a little bit so you can see, this Kimberbell Mug Rugs Volume 3. And I do remember it because I've done the gnome one, I've done the camper one. There are 12 designs. Let me flip it over. I'm trying to think, what else have I done? Oh, the Good Morning Sunshine, I've done that one. And I just finished doing the sewing one. And I also did the one with the cancer symbol. Not too thrilled how that came out, but I will show you it. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to do another one with the sewing machine because that one was so much fun. So I went through some of my fabric, and I don't know about you guys, I have so much fabric. I even forget what I even have. So let me show you. Here is the one that is the cancer. And I know it's not very attractive, but gray is actually the color for brain cancer. So it says you are loved. And I kind of made this for myself. And I just want to look at it, pardon me, every day when I come up here in my craft room to know that I am loved, and I do have a lot to be grateful for. So I think that's fun. Oh, excuse me. The back is done like the pillow envelope style. So that was that one. And let me show you the sewing one. And that's the sewing one is the one I'm going to do for you using different fabrics. Look at how cute this is. It's me moving over here. Sip and sew. And isn't it adorable? So you see this fabric down here? It's kind of like, you know, underneath the needle. I used some metallic thread. The center of this, I actually used one of these flowers, and I just had to incorporate, although you can't really see it, the bees and the ladybug underneath. And on this side here is a stitch with the cup and some spools. And I think it came out really cute. And here's the back of that one. So I'm going to show you step by step how to do this. So it's done in a 5x7 hoop. And I have batting. And I have a piece of white, but it has a very, very faint print on it. So I'm going to use... well, I probably should use the white thread. Okay, so let me switch that. I had gray in from the last one I was doing. And I had some blood work this morning. The girl just came about a half an hour ago. I wanted to do this video earlier, but I wasn't sure. They give you a time that they're going to come to draw blood. And they give you a time 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. I know, it's kind of a pain, and you just don't know when they're going to come. So I have been up since 6 o'clock, and yeah, so I have a 5x7 hoop. I'm kind of being a little lazy this time. I have the batting in here. I have the mesh cutaway stabilizer, and again 5x7 hoop. So I have the batting, and I have the fabric on top, and it's just kind of floating in there. So let's go ahead and hit embroidery. And this is 11,309 stitches, and it's 22 minutes. There are some thread changes, so just want to forewarn you. So I'm going to stitch this down. Let's get started. And I do have some fabrics pulled. So I know I didn't iron this one. Somebody made a comment. I was ironing? I know. Really? So this is the way I did it. I mean, I didn't read the instructions, but I just kind of, you know, oops, flying by the seat of my pants, so they say. And I do have the microphone on again because I got a lot of positive responses with the microphone. Everyone liked it. So you guys like it, I'm all about it. Okay, so next is going to do a another outline stitch, and it's going to do where the seam is going to be for the piece of fabric on the right. And like I said, I don't know if this is how it's supposed to be done, but this is how I'm doing it. I don't know if you're supposed to put fabric on the bottom. I really don't know, but I mean, if you have this DVD and you followed the directions, then yay you. But I'm just being me, and yeah, I'm kind of not. So it's going to do this little stitch, and I don't know what it's supposed to be, the placement line. I'm not really sure, but I just let it do its thing. Okay. So now there is a stitch that goes across. So I guess you can do the stitch and then do the placement of your fabric. But in my stash, I had this fun fabric, and it's sewing. And I love the whole thing, but I know I'm not going to be able to get it all on this little piece here. I guess I can use it on the back. So what I am going to do is I am going to lay it here face down. I'm trying to see, what am I getting on here? If I go here, I probably can just trim that extra. I want to have enough though. Oh, let's just go for it. Let's just not make a big deal. So where that line is, I'm just going to put my fabric there. And I'm going to stitch that down. So it kind of has like sewing notions on there, and I think this one will be fun. And boy, I'm still suffering from yesterday, this sore throat. I don't know, maybe it's allergies. I don't really know what it is, but it's like a post-nasal drip thing. I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to press it down, and I'm going to run the next stitch. And like I said, not sure how you're supposed to do this, but whatever. This is going to do another stitch line. Sorry. Okay, now this one's going to stitch all the way around, so it's going to secure the fabric down. Yeah, the birds. Oh my gosh, I just love hearing when the birds are singing like that. Oh, well, I'll get the little pin cushion in there, so that's good. Now there's a little design with the little teacups and the thread, and I think I'm going to do, I don't know if I have a dark navy. You know, sometimes you have all this thread, but you never seem to have the right color. Let me see that. No, that's not good. Maybe this blue. All right, let's just go with that. Oh, and I hear the Prime truck out there. I don't know what's up. I don't know if you guys have the same thing, but the Amazon truck, when it backs up, you know, normally they go beep, beep, beep. This one is like a animal coughing. It's really, really weird. But I hear them backing up. Am I supposed to get anything today? I don't think so. Did I order anything? I don't even remember. I know I ordered more of the Schmidt's needles, and they came yesterday. And I started using the Schmidt's needles. I'm trying to see if they're... Oh, let me reach. So these are the... Oh, they all fell out. That's what fell. These are the needles that I've been using on my machine. And they're for embroidery. I'll have to get them, put them back in when I'm done. But I really like them. I gave the organ needles a little bit of a break. Okay, so this is going to do... Did I thread it? Oh, I must have. It's going. This is going to do the little spool thread and the little teacups. And it's just going to be a tone on tone. I mean, I probably could have just skipped it and... you know, you would have just seen the little design in the fabric, but I could always make another one if I decide that I didn't really like this one. But I did go down to get myself a bubbly sparkling water. That little fizz in it, even though there's no calories, no sugar, no nothing, that little fizz, it kind of helps when you go to swallow. So I did have some coffee earlier, but I don't know, I started doing the video and all of a sudden I got very nauseous. So I did have this morning with my medication, I ate 2 pieces of bread because off and on I've been getting that nausea. And that's all I need is to have that in the middle of my video, right? So you can barely not even see the design, but I guess maybe more in person you'll be able to see it. But that's just a minute of stitching. I don't remember what comes next. But this is fun. And I got this blue color, this here. I thought I would use for the sewing machine. While I'm just sitting here doing nothing, I can cut that. That'll be the applique for the sewing machine. Okay, where are we at? Oh, now it's going to do a background stitch. And it's just like a wavy kind of thing. So I'm going to change my thread to white. But boy, this is, I'm going to have to go downstairs when I'm done to see if I have something for post-nasal drip. And I think that's why my throat is hurting, because that's what's happening. So I'm not sure if it's allergies. I mean, I kind of woke up the other night, yesterday. I woke up with this. And there's nothing worse than to have, so this is going to do wavy lines. There's nothing worse than having like that annoying sore throat where it just feels so raw. Okay, so this will be cute. I really think these designs are fun. Now, the one thing, keep in mind, it has the DVD or CD, whatever you want to call it. Most computers these days don't have one of those little readers for that. And I noticed I have a laptop up here in my craft room that I devote to downloading. I watch things on it too, but I devote to downloading all my files on it. That machine does not have a thing for a DVD player. So I went on Amazon a while ago knowing that I had these. Sorry. I'm sorry if that was loud in your ear. Knowing that I had these DVDs and there was no way to play it. So you can buy an external drive that you just plug it into the USB port. Oh, next is going to be the sewing machine. And that's what I did. So I plugged it into the USB and I was able to open the file and then do the same thing. Just kind of open the file and then did a copy and paste. And yeah, that worked out well. Okay, I'm going to put blue on because this is going to do the applique for the little sewing machine. But boy, just kind of hurts. So I haven't heard anything from my doctor, but I do have an appointment tomorrow in the morning, thank goodness. So I won't have to be waiting all day. And like I said, today the girl came to take blood work. So we'll see what those results are, and then I guess I'll be starting my next round of chemo if all is well. But so there's the outline of the sewing machine. So now I'm going to put this fabric down, and this is going to be, this will stitch down, and then I'll trim that out. So yeah, tomorrow morning, think about me early in the morning. Say a few prayers that, you know, the MRI is okay and whatever I'm reading is okay. All right, so now I'm gonna take it off the machine and I have to trim. Although I could do the bottom case too, if I flip this up. No, I'm just gonna trim, I'm not gonna play around with it. So I'm gonna trim around the sewing machine off camera because it just works better for me that way. And I mean, it's nothing exciting. Although I should have used a different color thread because it's hard to see. I already have my issues with seeing. And I believe it's next week I go for my ophthalmology, neurology appointment. So we'll see what's going on with my vision and see if I'm going to be able to drive. Although I kind of doubt it. Kind of think my driving days might be over, which kind of stinks, but we'll see. I don't want to, you know, kind of already put the bits on that. All right, let me just, that looks good. And maybe a little bit here. There we go. And my thumb gets caught in those scissors all the time. Okay, let's put this back on the machine. Good thing to keep in your craft room is one of these sticky rolls, because you can go over, let me go around here, and any of these, let me take this out a little bit, any of these stray threads can go with the sticky roll and pick them up. I don't know where I heard that, but I had heard that from someone. Okay, so now it's going to do the base. There's going to be another applique there, and I hadn't decided what I was doing for that. So let me see. Let me see what fabrics I pulled here. I just pulled a whole bunch of fabrics. Let's see. I had another one with spools on it, although I don't think you're going to see much of it. I have this one. No, that blends too much with that. I pulled out some real pretty fabrics. Now I have to just decide what I'm going to do with them all when I was going through the drawer. Now where's the one that I had? Oh, here it is. Like little spools with buttons. So if I align this up with the buttons, isn't this cute fabric? Let me see. I don't want to go like in the middle of it. Okay, so let's see if I go here with the spool. So there's the center. All right, I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to stitch this down. It's going to be the base of the sewing machine. Yeah, I did pretty good with that. And that's going to get cut out as well. Oh, and if I'm pretty good, I could put one of those buttons where this next circle thing. Well, let's not jump ahead quite yet. It's so hard getting that out. I don't know. I think I'm going to rub some soap or a candle or something. I don't even know if I have a candle, because it's kind of hard to pull that out. All right, let's trim this. So I made a posting on our Facebook group. And if you're not a member of our Facebook group, come on over and join. It's called Stitchin' with Sue on Facebook. Let me get this a little closer. And because my daughter and I were talking, and I was saying how much, you know, I do my Facebook Lives for my stamping. And she said, well, why don't you do, you know, YouTube Live or Facebook Live for your embroidery? She said, it seems like, I'm going to use my little roller on here. She goes, it seems like, you know, a lot of people enjoy that. And I said, yeah, they do. So I put a post seeing what y'all thought. Just blowing some of the stray hairs away. What you all thought about that. And I got a lot of positive responses. Well, when you figure there's like 800 and some of us, and I don't know how many responses I got, but nowhere near that. I was kind of like, huh, people seem to want it. Okay, so now it's going to do this little circle thing where it's going to be another applique. And I'm going to try to get a button in that little applique. And here's a red one. I think the red would be really fun. So I'm just going to trim out this piece of fabric. Okay, so it's right there. Oh, it's hard to see. I shouldn't have done blue. Okay, right there. So here's my little button. Here comes my dog. I'm going to kind of fold it in half. And sorry if I'm moving the camera. So that little circle, I want to try to get that button in there. Oops, so sorry. I hit the whole dang thing. And get my glasses off so I can see better. All right, we're going to try for it there. We'll see what happens. Fingers crossed, friends. Oh. Would help if I put the hoop in. Oh, I don't know. Let's see. I mean, I can always take the stitches out if I'm not good around it. That's all right. I'm not going to take the stitches out, but I got to trim around it. It's going to do a satin stitch going around it. I mean, if I wanted to, I could do that, but I really don't feel like it. Okay, this is a real little circle to... Sometimes it's easier when the appliques are bigger. When they're little like this, it's hard to cut around it. Aurora, what are you doing? I think I'm going to do a light blue thread. Yeah, not my best, but that's okay. See, not the best. Let me see, is this blue? I think that blue will go well. Maybe it'll kind of blend in. Let me change thread again. So once you get done with all this applique, then you kind of fly through it. It's just a matter of some of the fine details after that. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now it's going to stitch around that. It'll be all right. No one is perfect, right? And I never claim to be perfect at all. Just gonna clean up some of my threads here. It gets to be a mess when you're using all different threads. But I've been having a lot of fun using my embroidery machine lately. I feel a little bit ambitious to do it. Last week I got all my yard work done, so I kind of feel like, you know, I have time to do more playing. And don't mind that. That's just the, see, that will just blend in. That doesn't look too bad. Okay. Yeah, that don't look too bad. Okay, now I'm going to put gray in because it's going to do the needle. On the other one, I used the silver metallic, but you can't even see it, so I'm just going to use plain old gray. It's going to do that, and then another part on the machine, just another minute thing. But like I said, you know, there are a lot of changes in your thread, which is a pain, but hey, yo, it is what it is, right? All right, I was going to do a little needle. And then it's going to go over, do like where it like an emblem kind of thing would be. Blow some of that away. So yeah, imagine all the different types of sewing machines that you can do. I'm going to keep the same thread in. I'm going to do a little thing up here on top. The button doesn't look too bad. See, what is this thing? I'm just going to keep the same thread in because I'm kind of getting lazy. All the applique is done. Now it's just a matter of doing some of these stitches. Okay, so it's doing the little wheel thingy on the sewing machine. Don't you like that terminology, wheel thingy? I think I'm going to go with red. Did I do red? Yeah, I did red on the other one, and I thought that was kind of nice, kind of popped. I try to pull in at least 2, possibly 3 of the same colors in one design. I was told that. Let me get that little thread while it's bugging me here. I was told that even in card making, if the colors that you're using, you should try to use it 3 different spots on your project. I don't know if it's true, but this is going to do the little wheel. Now, this is such a fun project. My goodness, I love it. Dory's here trying to crawl up the chair. Can you hear her? I'm sure you can. Oh, so now it's going to do the words. And you know what? I think I'm going to leave the red in to do the words. So what does it say? It says sip and sew. So then that will pull in 3 of my reds. And this part of it takes 3 minutes. And then next it's going to stitch around, I think, the sewing machine. So let me get my color that I'm going to use for that. And it's going to do a needle, not a needle, a spool. So I'll get those colors out. I kind of have them all on my desk from when I did the other one. Ooh, I like the red. Do you guys like the red? See if this will zoom in. Ooh, that's really zooming in. How's that? forgot that I zoomed out. Zip. Try to fix you a little bit here. So yeah, leave me a note down below in the comments. Let me know, what is it that you're working on? And if you like the mug rug videos, I could do, you know, I have quite a lot of mug rugs mug rug designs that I could do videos on. And I don't know, I just never seem to have enough of them, you know. I think they're so much fun, and they're such a great gift because you really can personalize them and just make them special. And if you wanted to, you know, send someone a card, you could go ahead and slip one of these in there because they don't weigh much and they're kind of thin. You might need an extra stamp or two, but all in all, I think they're so much fun. So it's a sunny day here in Pennsylvania. It's supposed to get up into the 80s. It got a little warm out yesterday afternoon. But I wasn't really feeling my best. I know I did a video yesterday, and I know probably you could tell that I wasn't really feeling my best, but I feel a little bit more with it today. It's just that this sore throat and postnasal drip is killing me. Okay, so next we're going to stitch around the sewing machine. So let me change my thread again. What does it say? It says 27, is it 27 changes of thread? Is that correct? Could it be? Yeah, that'll be good. I have a couple more Kimberbell DVDs. One is, one of my viewers had sent it to me with using buttons. And I forget what the other one is. I forget what that one is, but they're by Kimberbell. But there's just so many projects. So while I'm feeling good, I'm gonna attempt to keep doing the videos. I know you all like it. I love when you all comment on the videos. The more you comment, it just makes me more motivated to do more videos. So keep those comments coming. And you know, keep watching, keep liking, commenting, sharing. And don't forget to subscribe. When you hit subscribe, there'll be a little bell next to that. If you click on the bell and choose all, then you'll be notified every time I upload a new video, so you won't be missing out on anything. I don't want anyone to have to miss out on anything. And this way here, you won't have to worry. A new video pops up, you'll get notification. Stitching with Sue just uploaded a new video. Now, a lot of times I do these videos in the morning. Like right now, it's 11:30. So I started it a little after 11, and sometimes my internet speed is just takes hours for a video to upload. Now, you know I don't do any editing, but it just takes that long for these videos to upload. There's Miss Dory. Hello, Miss Dory. Go sit in the window. Why don't you go in the window? Go in the window. Yeah. Go ahead. Go sit in the window. Let me know what's going on out there in the yard. I'm so glad I did my yard work and grass cutting last week because, you know, when I feel good, I do things. And, you know, they say don't put off to tomorrow what you could do today. That is so true. And being that I did it last week, I mean, I usually do my grass cutting every other week, but last time I cut the grass, it wasn't too high, so I set the lawnmower a lot lower. So I know that I'll get 2 weeks out of it. And we really haven't had much rain here. I don't know, we haven't had rain. And you know what, I totally forgot that this weekend is Memorial Day weekend. Can you believe this? We are almost into June already. The kids are getting out of school, and you know, all the summer vacations will be happening. I won't be going anywhere on vacation. I will be home, and with not working, I feel like every day is a vacation. And a lot of times I don't even know what day it is, because they just, you know, like every day is a weekend for me. And it's kind of good, but sometimes it gets lonely, you know, because it's like the same thing day in and day out, except for appointments. I am going to have to do a grocery order delivery pretty soon, because I'm kind of running out of all my fresh vegetables and fruits. And I do have a yummy dinner for today, either lunch or dinner. I'm kind of hungry right now. When my son's girlfriend came over yesterday to change the arrays for my Optune device, it was still warm, but I had already had something to eat and I wasn't hungry. But my son had made, I forget what she said, something with egg noodles. So I think I'm going to have that either for lunch or for dinner. So nothing like somebody cooking for you, right? I really like this design. I think it is so cute. And you know, with these designs, this doesn't mean that you just have to make a mug rug. You could take this and stitch it, you know, on fabric and make a pillow out of it. You know, if you have software, you can enlarge it. And don't say that I told you that. And, you know, make a little pin cushion. Or if you wanted to make a larger pillow, you could do that. But I think a pin cushion would be really cute. Just stitch it out, and then with your regular sewing machine, all you would have to do is, you know, just sew it together. Majority of us, if you do machine embroidery, chances are you also sew. I'm going to do this very light yellow, so it's going to do the little spool of thread on top. So yeah, when you see these designs, you know, yes, it's made for a mug rug, but, you know, think outside the embroidery hoop and go ahead and, you know, come up with your own fun designs and things. Black. Now it's going to do a little bit of thread stitching. I hope you could see that. That thing's kind of popped up. Realized you couldn't see with that because I didn't trim the batting, so it's kind of popping up. It's going to do a little detail on the thread. going to do some more detail on the spool. So I'm going to use this, what the heck happened to the thread on here? Something is funky with this thread. I have like 2 pieces of thread. There we go. The thread is all wonky. Rather than trying to rewind it back on, I'm just not going to bother with that. I have one of those, it's not a Roomba, it's a cheaper brand from Amazon. Those remote carpet cleaner thing, vacuums. And when I bring it up here in my craft room, I try to make sure all the wires, all the everything is picked up. But chances are, and his name's George, George is going to pick up something. And the one time, I think he unrolled a whole spool of thread. It was all wrapped around underneath him on his little whisker brushes. And oh my gosh, what a mess that was. So I try to be careful with that. Okay, now we're going to stitch around the base. What that squeak noise is. I think my hoop is rubbing. Okay, so let's see. I think this blue will be perfect. It's the same blue that I used up above with the little button. So it's going to stitch around the base of the machine. So we're 42 minutes in, even though it's 27 minutes for the design, but you know, there's a lot of, you know, little detail work that you have to do, so it's well worth it. So I think it's a super cute design. And you know what, being that you're all here and watching and just making me so happy with all your wonderful comments and everything, I think I would like to give this away. So if you're watching, and I know a lot of people, you know, they fast forward, so in the middle, this is a little bit toward the end of the video. If you are enjoying this, then let's see, let me pick a secret word that you leave in the comment. You know, don't say anything about the word, just leave like a sentence or something using the word, let me think, how about we use the word scissors? Use the word scissors in your comment, you know, like I love having 3 pair of scissors, you know, whatever you want to use. So leave a comment with the word scissors. And today is, did I tell you what the date was today? Today is May 24th, and it's Wednesday. So Saturday morning, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, is that the 27th? Saturday morning, the 27th, I think. Today's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yes, Saturday morning, I will pick a winner from the comments. I'll put a video out to show who the winner is. So that's what I want you to do in the comments, is to leave a comment including the word, what did I say? Scissors. Scissors. And you will be entered to win. Now you have to be in the United States. You know all the rules. You have to be 18 or over. And after I announce the winner, you'll have 24 hours to get back to me. That I will need your mailing address. So make sure you, I will put in the description my email address, and that's where you will have to email me your mailing address. Don't put your mailing address anywhere here, you know, because I don't want, I'm going to try to hold this down for you. I don't want, you know, everybody and their brother knowing what your email address is. or your mailing address, not your email, your mailing address. So yes, I feel very much like I want to give this away. So I hope you're enjoying this. You may be the winner of this beautiful mug rug. And you'll be able to use it when you're doing your embroidery. I think it's a perfect giveaway. So cute. So thanks so much for being here and for watching and commenting. And yeah, I really do appreciate it. And that's how I can show my appreciation, by doing a fun giveaway. All right, let's see what is next. Oh, next is let me think. It's going to do the little part with the fabric. So I want to change the thread. I didn't decide what fabric I'm going to use. Oh no. Let's see. I have all my fabric here, right? Well, not all my fabric. We all know that we all have 10 ton of fabric, but a lot of my fabric here. I think I want a print. Let me use a print. So you know what? Being that it's Memorial Weekend coming up, why don't I use a piece of patriotic fabric? Let me see. That has hearts. Oh, the daisies is really cute. Here's the one here that has some stars. I think that's perfect. So I'm going to, whoops, just drop the spool of thread. I'm going to cut a piece of this fabric. And that will be the fabric that I use for the stitching piece of fabric. Oh, let me cut off the selvage. Okay. So this will be, I don't know, maybe that would be too much blue. Oh, it'll be down there. Let me see if I have red. I know I already cut that, but that's okay. I could use it somewhere else. Oh, here's a piece with red. What do you think with that, with the stars? I think that's good. Let's use that. Let me cut this. Let me change the thread. Let's do red. Then I'll be able to see it. All right, where's the end of my thread? I love these Hemingworth threads, but I hate it when the thread is inside here, and maybe I could just use my curved scissors to pull out. I mean, I see the thread, it just kind of went inside there. Take the cap off. See, the cap comes off on these. Let me get it off and I'll show you. See, the cap comes off, so I want to get that thread to go through the hole. And you leave that on when you're stitching, and I really like it. And my ceiling fan is on too, so it's blowing the thread. Okay, there we go. We're almost done, folks, so just hang in there. Because I know you want to see what it's going to look like when it's done. Okay, so this is going to stitch a placement line where this piece of fabric's going to go. Oh, let me get my scissors off my bed of the thing. Okay, so now we're going to take this piece of fabric and we're going to put it here. And we'll trim it later, so don't worry. Okay, so it's going to stitch it down so it looks like this sewing machine is stitching the fabric. Even though the thread is black, that's okay. Alrighty. Okay, so let me show you what I did that, you know, I'm going to have to change the thread one more time. And And we're going to use the white thread. I will show you what I did. Oops. Oh gosh, dropsies. Okay, so the last step is putting the back on. But I don't want any of this getting caught up. So I just took it all like this and I pushed it away from all the seams. And I'm going to use some tape to hold it down. I can get the tape started. Okay, so I'm going to use the tape to hold it down like that. Okay, now I need my backing. So I think I'm just going to go with the white. So now this is the envelope backing. Okay, so I have to cut my fabric for that. So you want 2 pieces and fold the center. Make sure you cut them wide enough. Let me cut this. A lot of you like to prepare all your fabric and do all that. Yeah, you know, not me. Okay, so I need 2 pieces. Now let me cut this off. This is the selvage. Let me cut off the selvage because I don't want the selvage in my mug rug. Do you like the sound of scissors cutting fabric? There's something about that I rather enjoy it. Okay, so I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to cut it. I'll show you all once I bring it up to the machine what I'm doing. And then I need another piece that's going to be a little bit longer. It's hard to tell with this which is the right side. This side is the right side. Okay. It's so quiet now all of a sudden. Okay. So we have 2 pieces of fabric and I have it folded. The fold is in the middle. Just like I did one of the other projects. Was it yesterday? I think I did it that was the same way. You put the raw edges on the outside. Make sure you leave yourself enough fabric so it catches. Don't be like Sue, where Sue thinks she has enough fabric and she ends up that she doesn't. Okay, so then I'm going to take another piece of fabric, folded, and let me move this. I want to make sure I come all the way to the edge, and you're going to meet the folds in the center, overlapping a little bit. Overlapping. And then I take, again, some tape. And I'm going to tape down. Oh goodness, the fan is blowing my tape. I'm going to tape down. This is much easier if you take it out of the, slide the hoop out. All right, let's try this again. I'm going to tape this down. And it is much easier if you don't have a, oops, oh dear, so sorry. You don't have a camera in your way. Okay, just let me make sure I'm kind of on the edge there. Good there. Okay. All right, let me get situated in my chair so I can be close up. All right, so you have it overlapping and let me turn you a little bit. Overlapping and the tape down. It's hard to see the tape because the fabric is white. And now we're going to do our final stitch, but be very careful where this overlaps so that the foot of your machine, wait, hold on a sec. Let me make sure that this is out of the way. Okay, it is. To make sure that your foot of your machine does not get caught where those two overlap. I'm going to stop. Now don't forget too, I mentioned to you in a previous video how if you, I'm not sure about other machines, but if you have a brother machine and you hold in the green button like this, it'll take one stitch at a time. But don't forget, once you leave that button go, she's gonna start flying again, or he. In my case, it's Bob. Now this is gonna stitch around twice. Now we're coming back around where that could overlap. So I'm gonna hold it and let it stitch one stitch at a time, just to be sure my foot does not get caught. Usually the second time around you don't really have to worry about it because it's already been stitched, but just keep an eye on it and make sure. What I've seen some people do even is take the wash away stabilizer, you know, the clear one that looks like clear plastic. I've seen them actually lay it over the top and let it stitch that way. Then nothing will get caught up. So that's another option for you. But this one is just as easy. And let's listen. There we are. Ta-da! Finished sewing. There's nothing, let me show you. There's nothing more satisfying than seeing your machine show you that little smiley face. Oh my goodness, so cute. All right, so now we are done. I'm going to take the hoop out of the machine. Here's the back side. Everyone always wants to see the back side. And I'm going to take it out of the hoop. Let me move this aside so that I can move you aside. And you can see, let me pick up all this fabric on the floor and my thread spool that I dropped. Oh, and I dropped it again. Oh, I just can't win. Okay, close your eyes if you get seasick. I'm going to move you on over to my desk, part of my desk area. Okay, so what you want to do now is, uh-oh, looks like my fabric got caught up in there. Hopefully that's going to be okay. Should have trimmed, should have trimmed. Sue was lazy. You're going to cut all the way around, leave yourself about 1/4 of an inch. And I have to be careful with this because a lot of times with my depth perception being off, I kind of come close to almost cutting it where it's not supposed to be cut. So let me not talk while I do this. So trim all the way around. Okay. Now this is a pretty nice scrap of fabric, so I don't think I'm going to toss it. I think it's going to go in my scrap bin. All right. Let me pick up this thread because this thread is stuck on the floor from where it rolled away. Okay, so there's that little bit of tape on there that I put. I want to pull that tape off. And there's a piece on this side too. It just blends in with the fabric. All right. And then what you want to do is you're going to put your hand inside. This, you're going to flip it around and flip this one around. You know, don't be too rough with it, but I mean, it's been stitched around twice, but you know, you do want to take caution. All right, then I like to use a bone folder to poke out the corners. Oh, there's where that fabric got caught. Oh dear. I'm gonna have to try to fix that. My fabric got stuck in there. Well, I should do that off camera. Okay, well, there we go. I'll do a little bit more off camera to get rid of that. So be careful with your fabric so it doesn't do that. So one of the reasons why I like things like that to happen, because I want you to know that, you know, everything is fixable, you know, everything is fixable. So don't think your whole project is ruined because of that. Okay, so now here we want to take off this tape. So there's our piece of fabric hanging. Now I left myself plenty of room, and what I did is I took my pinking shears and I trimmed the fabric. I have to put it down on the table. I need some room. Let me look at how I did this one. Okay, so where the stitching line is, I cut, you know, here and here, and just, you know, just cut it so like it was a piece of fabric being sewn on the machine. And I like the pinking shears because I feel like, you know, the fabric's not going to unravel. And let me cut this one. You might have to flip it around to kind of straighten it out a little bit. And there we go. So there. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, I won't do it right here on camera, I'll do it off camera, is I would take, I like using this Fabri-Tac. Can you see that? Fabri-Tac. This is a glue. It's an adhesive that's permanent for fabric. And I would take that and I would put along the inside here, and then, you know, press it down. It dries rather fast. And then what I did is I put a little bit between these two fabrics to hold it together. Where's my sample one? So see on the back, the seam is all, you can sew it if you want, but why sew when you can glue? And then I sewed these two pieces, and also gives a little bit of stiffness too. So there we go. Two of the really fun mug rugs, sip and sew. There's a few little jump stitches I have to trim out there, and you can't even see where that was kind of overlapped a little bit because I did pretty good. So there you have it. I hope you've enjoyed this. I know I enjoy bringing you videos. So there's with those two, and this is the one for brain cancer that's going to be here on my desk. And this is a lot of fun. I'm so glad I could, let me get those out of the way, I could bring this video and share it with you. And again, this is from the Kimberbell Mug Rugs Volume 3. And it comes in formats ART, DST, EXP, HUS, I, is that an I or a J? JEP, I think. PES, VIP, VP3, and XXX. So 12 designs on here, showing them all here on the back. Really fun, fun. So I want to thank you so much for joining me, and go ahead and do some sipping and stitching and make yourself a mug rug. All right, folks, thanks so much for watching. Till next time, happy stitching. Bye for now.